So a while ago I mentioned that I would have a new book haul when my books arrived, and they're here! Yay! So I recently found out about Better World Books, a company that donates a matched amount to your purchase to charities, including to help raise literacy, get books to those who need them, and funding education programs. They will also carbon balance the shipping of your books for a small fee. They often have great sales and you can get some pretty incredible titles. A few weeks ago they were having their bargain bin sale where you can get 4 books for $10, shipping completely free. And these are no crappy, unheard of, ghost written books. So it's a really great deal and I really recommend you check out their site and follow them on Facebook. And no, I'm not being sponsored or anything. I just really genuinely think that this is a great company that deserves your support and attention if you don't already know about them. So on to the books. For the first one, I decided to buy a book that I have read before and loved but don't own, so I bought The Fountainhead by Ayn Rand. I read this about a year ago, last summer, and I absolutely loved it. It's long but well written and completely original and fascinating. It revolves around Howard Rourke, an architect, and a woman, and the buildings that he designs. The book and characters are examples of Ayn Rand's political theory called objectivism, which is too confusing for me to explain here, so if you're interested you should definitely look it up. I love architecture, and the book takes off when Rourke leaves school for architecture to start working in the real world, so it's definitely something that I relate to at this point in my life. For the other 3 books, I went with ones that I haven't read yet but really wanted to. So the first one is what I think is a first edition copy of A Walk to Remember. You probably heard of this. It's by Nicholas Sparks, obviously, and it's a really great movie that I absolutely love. But I haven't read the book yet, so this was definitely a must-have. Next is The Bermudez Triangle by Maureen Johnson. I've read 13 Little Blue Envelopes and its sequel, and I've read The Name of the Star and Let It Snow, and I really love Maureen Johnson. And if you don't follow her on Twitter, you absolutely need to, because it's just amazing. If you don't know about this book, it's basically about 3 girl best friends. One leaves for camp for 10 weeks and the other 2 kiss. So it should be an interesting read. The last of the 4 books from Better World Books is The Virgin Suicides by Jeffrey Eugenides. I saw the movie a few years ago and thought that it was great, and I've wanted to read the book ever since. It's the kind of movie that you see and you think, wow, that book must be brilliant. It's about these 4 sisters who are held captive in their own home, and it's told from the perspective of a few neighborhood boys who come to obsess over the girls. All 3 of these books have pretty big print, so I could probably read each of them in a day. I didn't have any say over the covers or if it was in paperback or not, so I'm actually pretty surprised that I got this first edition hardback, and I probably wouldn't have chosen the movie tie-in version of The Virgin Suicides, but who doesn't like a picture of Kirsten Dunst lying in the grass, right? Now, there's one more book that someone lent to me. It's Unbroken by Laura Hillenbrand. It's a true war story and written by the same author as Seabiscuit, which I haven't read or seen, but I hear that this is really good. My aunt who lent it to me said that she doesn't usually like war stories, but she really loved this, so I'll take her word for it and check it out. Rather, I won't take her word for it. So 5 books in all, I'd say a pretty good haul. In fact, I've had to do a bit of rearranging on my shelves because I'm already running out of space. But now I've got a bit of room to grow on my shelves, so I'm all set. So if you have read any of these books, let me know what you thought, and thanks for watching. Bye! It's Unbroken by Laura Hillenbrand. No. Hillenbrand. It's Unbroken by Lauren Hillenbrand. No, it's not Laura. Oh my god.